When the FBI searched former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club on August 8, 2022, the warrant pointed, in part, to the Espionage Act. The Espionage Act sounds like it has to do with spies, but it's been used to prosecute high-profile cases like the Pentagon Papers and Edward Snowden. So how does it apply to Trump? Well, to understand, we need to take a look back. As the United States entered World War I in 1917, President Woodrow Wilson signed the Espionage Act into law. It made criminal everything from obtaining, recording, or sharing information the government believed could damage national defense, benefit foreign adversaries, or interfere with the war effort. Those penalties were reinforced via the 1918 Sedition Act, a series of Espionage Act amendments that further cracked down on any type of speech deemed, quote, disloyal to the military, government, or constitution. Some of the earliest prosecutions were aimed at anti-war critics, such as socialist labor leader and presidential candidate Eugene Debs. Debs' 10-year sentence was ultimately commuted in 1921, 1 year after the Sedition Act and other, quote, wartime laws were repealed. Despite some changes over the years, key sections of the Espionage Act still remain today. For instance, Section 794, which refers to gathering and or delivering defense information to aid foreign governments, was used in the high-profile 1951 case against Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, who were convicted and executed for sharing military and nuclear secrets with the Soviet Union. Prosecutions like the Rosenberg case, however, are rare. A larger portion of prosecutions typically fall under the much broader Section 793, which deals with the gathering, transmitting, or losing of defense information. Among other things, 793 makes it illegal for anyone with unauthorized, lawful access, or possession of national defense information to willfully communicate it to any person not entitled to receive it if the person has reason to believe the information could be used to the injury of the United States or to the advantage of any foreign nation. It also criminalizes willfully retaining said information and failing to deliver it on demand to the office or employee of the United States entitled to receive it. It's that bit of language that could be why a potential violation of Section 793 was listed in the FBI's Mar-a-Lago search warrant. In practice, the language has traditionally applied to prosecutions against leakers of sensitive information to the press. Notable examples include the prosecution of ex-RAND Corps defense analyst Daniel Ellsberg. Ellsberg was tried in 1973 for leaking thousands of top-secret documents called the Pentagon Papers, which detailed the grim status of the U.S.'s involvement in Vietnam, to the New York Times and Washington Post. Though the charges ultimately were dismissed, prosecution along similar legal lines continued. 8 people were charged under the act during the Obama administration, including high-profile cases against former Army Private Chelsea Manning and NSA contractor Edward Snowden for leaking information linked to the Iraq War and government surveillance projects. The aggressive stance continued under Trump, who outpaced Obama in initiating leak investigations and had at least 5 Espionage Act prosecutions, including NSA contractor Reality Winner for leaking documents connected to Russian 2016 election meddling. Though a redacted version of the DOJ's Mar-a-Lago affidavit has been released, we still don't know the exact nature of all the documents in question. What we do know is that the Act's breadth applies to all national security information and doesn't distinguish between leaker, whistleblower, or former president.